So, when last we left off, the Fellowship of the Chili Sad had returned to Golgothir in order to set right the coup d'etat that had overthrown Lady Andragora and King Markai. This coup d'etat had been orchestrated by sort of a cabal of mind flayers, of whom Atar was the head. But you learned that in the course of your investigations, you learned that actually the death tyrant Ellaxan was behind it all. You went to the Darkhold Keep and you slew Abarin and Asistopheles. And you freed Strathgan the Arcanist and a Githyanki named Razakai. Razakai had pendants for you that allowed you to sort of counteract the Mind Flayer's powers. And you use these to great effect in ensuing battles. You staged invasion on the Stygian Palace. You slew Nexon and Asgath there in the throne room, while Galen, Strathgan, and the Dark Elf Palantir sort of staged a sort of diversion, a distraction on the front. But the main Mind Flayer Atar was able to escape with the help of Ellaxan. You found another Mind Flayer of this cabal named Nergal, lying near death, having been betrayed by Ellaxan for his failure and nearly killed. You sort of healed him and brought him back to life, and he agreed to lead you to Ellaxan's lair. So you follow them to Ellaxan's lair, and you went through a series of sort of that in Ellaxan's lair was sort of in deep depth recesses of the dark sort of depths underneath Golgothir, and you solved the riddle that led you into the first entranceway. In order to pass through sort of the next chamber, you had to obtain rubies, sapphires, and emeralds. You were through a series of sort of encounters, you were able to retrieve them, open the doors, and that gave you 3 more passageways. You went through the middle one. You opened a fountain that sort of led sort of the fountain moved, and there it led to a staircase that sort of worked its way down. You went down the stairs underneath the fountain, and you found a sort of hall of mirrors. And in this hall of mirrors, you could see your reflections, but they were twisted and warped. And Ingvar put his hand to his reflection. His reflection pulled him through. You all followed through and fought your sort of mirror doppelgangers in the mirror dimension. There you found Strathgan, who had been captured by Ellaxan and brought to the mirror dimension. You used sort of a knife that was associated with Thrizdun, the Chain Oblivion, to pass through the next mirror and into the final place where Ellaxan sort of dwelt. There he was trying to resurrect Mind Flayers. Some of whom you had slain in battle. You defeated him and Atar, but Mirror Strathgan was able to escape. You defeated them through a series of harrowing battles. You guys sort of took apart, tried to sort of make sure this corpse died. And where we left off, you guys were just re-entering the mirror dimension to head back out of sort of this realm. So Fellowship of the Chili Sad, what are you guys doing as you enter the mirror dimension?
We're back in.
That was where we left off, was where you guys were sort of entering the mirror dimension.
I'm gonna be honest, that fight was pretty rough. I feel like I barely even remember half of it.
Yeah, it was touch and go there for a little bit with you.
Yeah, going up and down can really do that to you. Seems like Ingvar's not here, probably here yet at the moment either. He seems to be out of it.
Yeah, he's kind of spacing out over there.
Yeah.
We'll just go ferry him along with us.
Sounds good.
I guess we'll make our way back the way we came to the mirror dimension.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, so
yeah, Nergal did come with us this the second time to do the ritual.
Mm-hmm.
I assume that we did loot already.
Yes. How much did
Ingvar got most of it.
Yeah,
but you do get 215 gold, 266 silver, 242 electrum and 322 coppers.
One more time, just a moment.
Sure.
266.
That was the split that we had.
268.
200 something, something, somethings.
Yeah, it was a lot.
215 for gold. 215. Electrum is 242.
Cool.
Yep.
Silver is 266.
Yep.
And copper is 320.
Cool. Cool, cool, cool.
And I did pick up a shiny rock off the ground.
Oh,
There isn't really any other magical stuff nearby.
there's a shiny rock.
Yep.
Those are always important. No.
Gotta enter in all of this. Sorry,
He's taking a moment.
yeah, it didn't quite get everything done before I needed to. We're back in the mirror, or we're getting ready to leave the mirror dimension from the inside of it, I guess, to go back. to
Yeah,
Goose
we
Mirror.
are in where Shotgun was found.
Tracing our way back to
we
leave
wanna-
the layer.
Do we want to see what's through this mirror space right here? The one that had all of the rooms?
All the rooms. Oh,
Yes.
the other.
Yeah, I'll take a look.
Yeah, there were some things we wanted to check out on the way back, weren't there?
Yeah. I wanted to look at it at least, at the very least.
Okay, all right. So you guys are heading down, sort of not the way you guys came, but down sort of into the next, the hexagon that didn't have the pillar with the stone in it, but the hex, sort of because they had hexagonal rooms, it's a series of hexagonal rooms. And so the first, so the one below, you guys sort of enter into it, and it's sort of you can see sort of a variety of different rooms that you guys recognize. In this one, you can see sort of a red carpet with sort of like one jet of flame jetting up next to it. And you guys can see sort of these clockwork sort of golems or automatons sort of moving around, almost like bats in a cave at the top of this sort of this conical cavern. In one of them, you see sort of a watery room with a dead kraken floating in it. And you see the room, sort of a plain room with, but on the sort of in the corner, you can see sort of broken sort of mechanical cobras. One you can see what looks like
That's the
sort of
one these are the ones we cleared out and got the gems beforehand.
Hey.
Hey.
in one of them you just see pitch blackness. There's nothing you guys can see, even though you have dark vision. In one of them there's sort of like a pale green gas that sort of hangs in sort of this corridor.
Yeah,
We're looking at the extra room.
One of them you see what looks like sort of a forest world. Sort of a sylvan, sort of idyllic forest setting.
we haven't been in that one yet, as far as I know.
There's the Catholic or
The Sylvan world.
And then there is another hexagon room beyond.
You think we could just go through one of these and skip the whole climbing up the steps for 20 minutes?
I feel like these might lead to places outside of the realm of Wildemount or of, yeah.
Yeah, but these are the rooms we cleared out to get those gems.
Some of them are.
Some of them.
I see.
Yeah.
Some of them, not all of them.
You mean the rooms that had the snakes in it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And the Kraken.
It probably wouldn't hurt to try.
Yeah, that would just save us like 20 minutes of climbing.
Yeah.
It probably
yeah,
takes
I mean,
longer to go
yeah,
back.
Sure,
there.
let's go ahead. Stick the
I mean,
knife.
they're
up.
probably, it's probably a location that,
Do they require a knife to get into?
Well,
probably.
I'm assuming I'm assuming it works the same way as the other one did.
Well, we
Is
came
it
through the
the-
original one without a knife.
But that was to get, when we came
We're-
back
we're in
into
here.
the,
Are we
When
in
we-
the mirror dimension now, Ian?
What?
We're in the mirror dimension now,
Mhm, Yep.
right?
when
We
we
are
came
the
back
mirror
in, did we need the knife to get back in or could we just walk through?
We used the knife.
Use the knife to go through.
We had to use it.
Well, we used it. I don't know if we had to. We didn't try it.
Yeah.
That's
I
correct.
mean,
yeah.
we've had 2 chances to try it.
But you didn't specify that you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just assumed that
Yeah,
you did the
it
cargo
seems
line again.
Kind of silly to not have used it.
Great, thank you.
Well, yeah, let's just go through this one.
Mhm.
Let's go through probably the one with the snakes or the big fish guy. Since those are dead.
Yeah, somebody try it.
Yeah, it'll get us that way back.
Try it without the
Let's
knife
see.
first, see if
I'll
we have
try
to
it.
use it. Let's try it without the knife first, just to see.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we don't have to
I'll
use
put my
it.
hand on the glass and
All right, so put your hand on the glass. It's a solid mirror.
I think really covered.
Put your hand on the glass. It's a solid mirror.
Well, maybe the knife needs to.
Try the knife.
Yeah,
Sure
and,
thing, try the knife.
Oh, I'll try to step through it. What's the knife?
All right, so which one are you trying to do that with?
The forest, is that right?
The snake.
Or the
Snake.
snake?
Snake
We're
one?
trying to cut a short path.
Yeah.
All right, so you
Yeah.
sort of step through the mirror, and you sort of fall forward into the
Grab him.
into the as you sort of walk. So I guess you can specify how you're going to do this, but you can, I assume that you're trying to step through, and are you trying to bridge, or are you just going through?
Is everyone coming with me?
I mean,
We're good here,
yeah,
I think.
So,
Alright.
yes.
So what I'll say is, as you step through,
Up.
like there is no ground on the other side, and so you sort of tumble through and fall into the room with the snakes. Since basically the mirror here was up a fair ways, so there wasn't ground, so you kind of fall down, but it's only a couple feet.
Oh.
Oh, we maybe should have thrown that first.
I don't know, it looks like we're just.
Everything
all
fell
right
through. Oh no.
What? So if I turn and look,
Mhm.
we didn't notice the mirror when we were in there. the
Nope,
first time,
you
did
can't see it. No.
Can you just what if we lifted someone up and see if they could get through? Here, lift me up and see if I can get through.
Did you come through with me?
Did you wait for us?
I mean, so what I'm saying is that as you step through, unless you guys didn't specify that you were holding on to him or anything, and since the mirror
I
was-
say
was-
quick grab him.
I'm also not sure that we
Okay.
knew that it was elevated.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you wouldn't have known.
We wasn't.
I mean, we would have been able to see that it was at that our vantage point was not ground level.
Well,
That's fair.
But
if you were holding on to me, you would
We're
have been
not-
pulled through because I'm heavy.
That is fair. Yeah. So I will say, yeah. So I will say that. All right. So I will say, since that was an error on my part, I'll say that you can see from this vantage point that basically it is several feet up in the air. So if you're going to try and step through, so with that in mind, as you step through, is someone else grabbing him?
I will.
Should we just tie a rope up here first so we can kind of hoist ourselves down on the other side?
It doesn't look to be that far.
No. What if we tie it? What if we kept the rope in here and then we could just climb back up later because the rope will be bridging it at that point. Unless,
What if it
Not a
snaps?
terrible idea.
we'll find that out.
You better not let go of me. Actually, I might be losing an arm.
I'll look for a place to tie a rope.
Make a perception check.
Gotta
19.
take 40.
Okay. So what I will say is there's sort of in each of these rooms, you know, they're obviously the in the center of the room that Strothian was in, there was sort of a pillar, but there's sort of a dais in the middle of each of these rooms. And in this one, there's sort of a sundial. And you should be able to tie off some rope to the sundial.
Cool, I'll do that.
All right.
Hand it to Gerthang.
All right.
All right, everyone, roll it on and let's go through.
I don't know what we're waiting for.
All right. So
You know, for some weird semantics here.
all right. So as you guys go through, so you guys are all holding on to each other. You're holding hands.
I was
Yeah,
thinking
course.
just
Yeah.
kind of holding the rope.
Obviously.
Well, I mean, Gerthang, like with the rope, and then we could all go down.
Well, I gotta hold on to the dagger and to somebody else. So. Actually,
Everybody
everyone-
just grab
everyone-
on.
If we're doing daisy chaining, I don't know how we're grabbing onto the rope anyways, but.
We can just tie it
Someone's got the rope.
to the dagger. Tie the rope to the dagger, and the dagger can then go through with all of us.
And we don't even have to use the dagger. Well, I guess you have to use the rope to get through, but
Okay. All right.
Let's
So
go
so
through.
what are you guys doing? What are you guys precisely doing?
We're going.
Tie the rope to the dagger so that Gerthang can hold the rope and the dagger so that we can then bring the rope through and that we can all hold everybody.
Okay.
And
All right. So Gerthing is going through, and no one is holding on to him or anything.
well, we're touching him kind of like a Congo line. We're all kind of, he's holding onto the dagger that's holding onto the rope. And then same thing as last time, Congo line through.
Okay. So how are you Congo lining through?
the
Holding
same way
hands.
we did before.
Walking.
All right. So you guys are walking through. Okay. So Gerthing goes through, the rope is tied to the knife, and you guys walk through.
Uh-huh.
Right. All right. So Gerthing walks through the mirror, holding the knife, and then who is behind him?
I'll be behind him.
All right. So Angvor's next, and so you're holding on to Gerthing somehow.
Yep.
All right. And who's next behind Angvor?
I'll be.
All right. So it's Carrick. Then who's after Carrick?
I will.
All right. So Wilfred. Then we'll have Morgana will be
NPC.
after Wilfred, and Aurelia after Morgana, Garth after Aurelia, and Strothgan, and then Niragal. All right. So as you go through, Gerthang, so you sort of pass through. The rope is, how much slack are you giving the rope?
I don't know, because I don't really know how this actually works.
Okay. All right. So you go through.
I guess, I don't know, because it's tied off to what, a sundial and
The end of the, just however much rope is in between, I would say.
yeah, but I don't know. I don't see how that helps, but.
All right. So
that might be
you go through, and you basically are falling when you pass through, once you pass through the mirror, right? You can make an acrobatics or athletics check, your choice, to sort of try and land. I'll say an acrobatics check. I don't think athletics.
Oh,
Sorry.
I can say, is this technically pre or post level 9? Pre,
Post.
post. Okay. If it was athletics, I would have gotten advantage. That's not too bad. That's a 16.
16. All right. So you sort of, whoa, sort of fall through, and then like do a somersault and sort of land on your feet. So next behind him is Angvor, and so as sort of you fall, Angvor is
I
falling
glide.
behind. You glide because you have boots,
The
right?
boots. Yep,
All right.
yep.
So that means Carrick. So as you sort of, the boots sort of glide, Carrick, you are passed through, and you start to fall, and you're going to start pulling Angvor down, right?
Yeah.
so
Control
I'll,
descent.
so I'll say that keeps character, you know, the make a check, since you're basically being held up by Angvor. Then Wilfred, you come through,
Yep.
All
Well, yeah, it looks like a big drop, guys. So let's get ready.
right, so make an acrobatics
you.
check for me, please.
How do I roll here? Yeah, no, I just wanted to roll it on there.
You're at vote on there.
That's an 8.
An 8. All right. So you take 2 points of damage as you sort of tumble forward and sort of fall. What is that?
Nothing bad. It's like 10 feet.
Yeah, 10 feet. Then Morgana's behind you. That's going to be some damage. 2 points damage to her. Okay. All right. So as you guys sort of tumble into this room, what are you guys doing? Now that you're in this room.
Standing up and leaving, I imagine.
All right. So Morgana and Aurelia sort of tumble out behind you guys, as do Strothian, Ugarth, and Nurgle.
Brush the shoulders off,
Yes.
stand up, go back out to the front of the cave and
See if it's the same cave that we were in earlier.
Okay. So you guys head out to the front of the cave, and it is the same place where you guys were. Not that long ago. Earlier, you guys were. This, I think, is where I must say my goodbyes. I don't think I would be welcome in the city of Golgothir anymore.
I would recommend going back to your home.
that's fine. I'll eat it.
My home is near Golgothir. But I can find another place to live. Fellowship of Chili Sad, I thank you for slaying Ellaxan and allowing me to have my revenge.
Any chance you could give us some help getting back up? Since we kind of needed you to get us all down here.
1, 2. Shotgun might be able to get us up.
I don't know what you mean. What sort of help could I offer?
Didn't you?
Didn't he cast fly on some people?
At least on himself. I think you guys only had him use flying himself because you guys were worried that he would cut the spell and then have everyone else to fall to their death.
Oh, well then, never mind.
Chad still around?
Yep, Chad is still there. He looks real weirded out. You realize?
Don't worry, I left some food for him.
You ready to fly back up there, Chad?
He's very happy to be able to head back up.
What happened? What has happened to the rope?
What rope?
We're back out of the front.
Oh, you mean the rope?
Yeah,
that went
but
through
what
the-
happened to the rope that we went through?
Okay,
the
all
mirror?
right, yeah. So basically, what happened after it sort of well, it depends on what you guys did. You guys leave it on the dagger? What did?
I think that was the idea.
Okay, so the dagger is still there.
Yeah.
You guys
It's fine.
left the dagger in the room.
Wait, I thought I had the dagger in my,
It was tied to the rope though.
Yeah, it was
but
tied to the rope.
tied, one end was tied off to the sundial.
And then the dagger is tied
And then I
to the
was
rope,
holding the other,
which is
Yeah, tied to the
which
dagger.
was tied to the dagger.
Mhm.
But there, he's asking if we left the dagger tied to the rope,
Oh.
which I don't know.
I wouldn't have done anything with it.
Yeah, I would say that unless anyone else speaks up, Gerthin, that's probably what would you have done?
Hey, anyone want a dagger?
I don't.
Just leave it. See if what it does to the rope if you leave it like that.
So when
Give us the way back.
when Girthing asks that, Ingvar, you hear a voice in the back of your head that you know to be Benthus, and it says, "Bring it to me."
Well,
That dagger does seem mighty interesting, and it does seem to have some very peculiar properties. We might want to take it along with us.
nothing else we can sell it.
But then there may not be a way back through for the shortcut.
We got through without it.
Also, if we are sending people back down to collect Ellaxan's body, how are they going to get through without the statue?
We got through without it.
We got through with it.
Not initially.
We only got through one side of the mirror without it. The rest of it, we've had to have the dagger. We cannot let them get Ellaxan's body without the dagger.
Well, I think they'll find a way. I think we should take it with us.
So we got to bring it with us. Who knows what might happen down
But
here.
we also don't know who else could be down here trying to utilize this.
Yeah, that one little shady guy, he ran off, didn't he?
Norgal,
No, the
Ugarth's shadow,
the shadow.
Strothgan shadow.
Mirror shadow, or yeah, whatever. Mirror Strothgan.
yeah, don't really want him to get it.
Well, I'm just gonna go up to it and be like, yeah, I think we should take this with us for now and just be safe and start untying it.
Okay. All right. So you untie it and you take it. So you add the dagger to your inventory. And then so I assume you guys are letting Nurgle leave. That basically you guys are. I'm giving you guys basically the chance
Yeah.
to. Yeah.
Well,
I could have taught him.
gosh.
Back.
Split his throat as he walks away.
Roll.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I do have dimension shackles that can hold him, but I also don't really care.
he has
That thing
kept his word for the little that we've known him.
Yes.
Can I do an insight check at the against him to see if he will leave
Like you said he would.
like he would?
Yeah. Make an insight check.
Yeah. Insight. 17.
17. Okay. So so just specify particularly what are you looking for insight in?
See if he is truthful in wanting to like just leave and not do anything else with Golgothir people.
Okay. So what he has said is that he doesn't feel like he can go back to Golgothir, right? Because he'll be murdered there, right? He's being honest about that. With the 17 and with what he said, that's all I can give you.
What do you plan on doing after this, Nurgle?
I am not sure. I need to find other mind flayers. We mind flayers do not like to be alone.
Well, I will say this. If you're caught attempting another coup d'etat against another city on the material plane, I will not be there to help you, or will be there at all.
Well,
We will not be there at all.
I would not expect your help if I were to do such a thing.
which one of us haven't done something regrettable under the influence of some other cosmic being?
That's true.
I haven't. Not me.
Have you?
No, I can't say that I have.
Insight check.
Yeah, go ahead and make an
No.
insight check.
I've never really needed the influence of cosmic beings to do regrettable things.
That's a 10.
What'd you
We
roll?
all serve a greater master, whether
What'd
we
you,
know it or not.
what'd you roll, Angor?
5.
5. Okay. All right.
Well, let's see if we can head back up to the surface of the underground.
If I thought, if I off Naka,
Yes.
she says, there's one problem. I can't fly at the moment.
Sounds like you're just gonna have to wait down here, Aurelia.
A level up didn't give her a spell slot.
It probably
That's not a
did.
level.
I forgot to level her up.
Oh, does it?
It gave me 2 spell slots.
Oh, jeez. I don't get another spell
Also
slot until
took
level
2 spell
11,
slots to get
12,
down
or
here.
13.
Because it
Yeah.
took 2 hours and I had to cast fly twice.
Yeah, that's right.
I just had this room.
All right.
hold.
So
Just
me-
walk in.
If we each put on 1 boot of flying,
Oh, you have to hold. on.
Europe, yeah, she can fly now since she leveled up. Yeah, she's fine. Never mind.
nice.
All right,
Does she have 2 spell slots?
she
For it?
does. She has a
Cool.
5th level and another 4th level. So
That's assuming she leveled up when we leveled up.
yeah, I level her. I
Give
level
her
the
own
NPCs
XP
up.
badge.
Yeah, I level all the NPCs up with you guys. So all right.
Let's fly back up.
Met 2 people in Chad, 2 people in Broomstick.
You walk at the wall.
I'm walking. And then enough
Hey, walking here.
she can cast fly on a couple people.
Yeah, so she's gonna cast fly on.
Do you need to
Morgana.
walk? We have one less person.
No, we gained
That's
shot
true.
gain.
We did gain struck in. We have the same number of people.
All right, so Angvor is flying.
Yep, I can fly.
So
Yeah.
who is on Chad, Wilfred, and Uarth?
Yes. I will cast light on the steadiest flyer here. So not Chad. I would cast light on Angor. Just so that Carrick and I can see.
I'm gonna cast darkness on myself.
I will banish it.
You can't banish darkness.
You mean
I will-
counterspell?
No, I will Radiance of the Dawn.
It that doesn't
Dispel
work.
any magical darkness within 30 feet.
This is why D&D was not meant for PvP. Where is that?
All right.
It says
Maybe this
dispel any
time.
magical darkness within 30 feet.
You think maybe this time you all could fly a little closer to the wall?
But I'm casting on Angor because he's the most steadiest flyer of us all.
You could cast it on.
Got
Here.
a little lonely.
Or
Walking down the wall all by myself last time. But I know Nurgle is telling y'all where to go.
So what Aurelia will do is since she will cast fly at 5th level,
and that can get Carrick.
so she can get
So we're
Carrick.
about full.
But
So will
then
that,
for an hour you'll be able to fly.
okay.
How
But
long did it take us to come down?
2 hours.
2 hours.
2 hours.
Probably be longer going up.
So as you guys are ready to go, 'cause,
Magic.
yeah, I think all of you guys can fly. Girthing, you have broomstick, Wilfred
Broom,
and
broom.
Ugarth on Chad. All right, so you guys begin to fly up. So you've cast light on Angvor, and then everyone sort of follows that light. The character able to
Because he
fly.
is the steadiest flyer that we have.
All right,
Oh,
so you
I
guys
like this.
fly up for an hour. After an hour, you guys sort of can tell that basically things are, after an hour, you guys, I'll say, Aurelia finds a place where you guys can Actually,
ledge.
yeah. Let's make a group perception check for me, please.
Oh, gosh.
I mean,
Yeah, 'cause none of us have keen mind, do they?
Okay.
just
Nice,
fly through the
nice.
wall.
One time I probably don't need it. I rolled well.
I need is a wall to land on. I don't need a ledge.
All right. So what'd you roll, Girthing?
17.
17. All right. Angel, what'd you roll?
20.
Okay. Wilfred, what'd you roll?
22.
Dang. And Carrick, what'd you roll?
I rolled poop.
Okay. Well, most of you guys rolled pretty well. So you guys find sort of like this sort of this sort of extended sort of outcropping jutting out from the stone where in this sort of like a little plateau region where you guys can sit down and basically you know then Aurelia will cast another fly on herself and Morgana. Carrick, you're gonna have to climb up the wall. You guys can.
Y'all don't go too far off the wall. Stay.
I will
stay close,
recast,
it's
like-
lonely.
All right.
Yeah, this is. I guess we can tell stories right now. We're just walking.
Yeah, so what about that time that cosmic being made you do regrettable things?
It never happened.
I wouldn't know either. Oh, I would trust you, I guess.
Literally, like, truthfully.
They all say that.
Staring Ray's never done something, told you to do something, you're like,
What about you, Angbor?
Huh?
Nothing?
I don't know who
Okay.
you asked. What about you, Ingvor?
No, I didn't hear that part. I didn't hear it.
And I couldn't tell that was in character ignoring character.
No.
It was
I just didn't hear what
That would have.
Hey, Angor, he asked if you had any
any what?
regrets.
You seem to think everyone's done something regrettable because of some greater being. What about you?
I don't think regrettable. I think we've all had to serve a higher power.
No? Okay.
Yes, I worship a
enough.
higher power.
Fair enough.
But have they asked you to do something that you didn't want to do?
No. I serve my master diligently.
You can still serve him diligently, just there's things that you sometimes.
See, that answer there. Makes me think.
Do y'all's like gods actually talk to you? I mean, like I've had a couple different ones that I've, kind of gotten involved with because of where I live, but
I've met my God face to
just going
face.
through emotions. What?
I've met my God face to face.
Well,
Wow.
that one I definitely can't claim.
I mean, I've heard voices before. Normally it's just Angvor.
Not, yeah. Sometimes they visit me in dreams. Guide me the things that might help in the future,
So tell you to do things, is what you're saying.
but not with regret.
Yet. Oh, look, well, it seems like we're at the top of the wall here.
Yeah, so you guys climb up to the top, and you guys are able to sort of you return into there's a Stygian keep, and you see that sort of there's a lot of commotion going on around the Stygian keep right now. They're sort of
We kind of come over the wall. We're both holding, me and Wilford are holding the eye stalks slowly coming over the wall. Everybody's
and
No,
then,
not
but
really.
I'm a 30. Your
Okay.
doom has arrived.
What's that? That's
regretful.
Not because of my God. That's
You've done regrettable things, but that's just stuff that you chose.
Anything worse.
yeah, but not because of a higher being called me to do it.
all right. So as you guys sort of arrive, you see basically the entourage of Queen not Morgana, Queen Andragora seems to have arrived. at the Stygian Palace. You see people sort of stringing up banners, and you see that a lot of the damage from the battle is sort of being undone. People they're working on construction projects. You see sort of just a lot of guards around, sort of just standing around. Some are being employed, and so it's sort of labor for construction projects. But this is quite there's quite a lot of business and commotion going on as you guys sort of arrive.
Angor has light on him.
Yeah, so Angor sort of appears over in light.
Gloriously.
Appears right from the darkness, glowing in light, carrying the eye stalks of the defeated
Yeah,
Ellaxan.
Here, let me fashion a little halo for you.
And so as we approach the Stygian Palace, anybody familiar around? Are there?
you see Galen is there, sort of supervising sort of some of this, as well as the other as well as sort of the other dark elf that you had fought alongside Razakai. He's there.
Well, I'd approach Galen if I see somebody familiar, just trying to find somebody's familiar.
Yeah, you see people sort of pointing at you and sort of whispering, and like somebody like one brave soul called, "Did you get him?"
Throw down some ice blocks in front of him.
All right. And then
I
they
say
go
that
sort of
constitutes as getting him.
yeah, and talking to themselves. Come up to Galen.
Well, and we got Atar as well. That should be the last of the mind flayers.
Well,
Problems.
I thank you. That was some nasty business. Yeah, I mean, so I mean, Queen Andragora still has the sort of the bounty waiting for you, the reward, if you guys are interested in it.
Sure.
Yes, is she in her palace?
She
she
hasn't
been
arrived yet.
dethroned?
She was waiting for news that Ellaxan had been defeated. But if you want to head up to the place where you found her before, I think you should be able to find her.
Felt like a good
Alright.
next step to me.
We want to rest up a little first. I don't know about you all, but I'm a little battle weary.
Ooh, I could help you with that.
Not that
We
I
could
think
take a
I'll
rest.
be
I mean, it's
fighting a
either
lot.
way. We could get back to Strothcan's house. I'm sure he's anxious to be home, and we could spend a little time there and rest up, and then head to Andragora.
Sure.
Okay. So what are you guys doing now?
Heading to Strauss-Gan's house to rest.
Strauss-Gan?
All right.
Yes.
Okay, so Strothcan's house to rest.
Remind me, did we ever see what happened to Razakai?
You don't. You haven't seen.
Wasn't he the
Never-
one who was frozen?
He was
No, that-
petrified.
No, it's Palantir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay, that's right. I can't remember.
But we didn't see Razakai frozen or dead anywhere.
No.
Or the guy with the Getsarai.
Get Yankee.
Get down.
Mhm.
Get down.
Yeah, let's get going.
Yeah, we did see his buddy, but not him.
Which buddy? I mean, so we saw
Wasn't
Palantir.
there one? There were two of them, right? One was.
So there were two dark elves, Palantir and Ishtadar.
That's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah,
Sorry.
so Ishtadar is there, sort of with you guys, and as he sort of talks briefly with Morgana, as you guys sort of arrive, Morgana sort of steps aside and talks to him briefly, but you don't see Palantir, you don't see Razakai, and they don't really mention them.
Well,
No.
Oh,
it hasn't been that long. I think.
Right.
okay, we
I
ought to
think
go rest and then go see the queen.
Yep.
All right,
I
Back.
so you guys head back to Strothgan's house. easy enough. So as you guys head back up, you again you start to see now there are people out in the street actually, like before so when you first arrived, the only people sort of moving about were sort of yeah, it was sort of cosmopolitan. There were people who weren't thralls moving about, but most of the people moving about were thralls. And then it was sort of dead for a while, and then sort of the it looked like people were sort of repairing their houses and going back to their lives for the upper realms. And now even around the palace and sort of the lower realms, you see people starting to repair. You see people running errands back and forth. People sort of carrying construction materials down. It looks like the city has returned to some level of normal. Not like it's not as it was when you guys first came here after you fought with the Slad, but it looks like people are actually sort of no longer cowering in fear of the Mind Flayers. So you make your way back up to Strathian's house. It's easy enough. You return to this lavish sort of style chateau like house at Strathian's house.
All right.
Well, let's rest.
Did anybody need to identify anything while we were here?
If we're doing a short rest, we can. We can. Yeah, I'll look at that stone for an hour.
Okay. Remind me again what the stone is.
I had no idea what it was. I just found a magical stone in the after
It was
Go on,
a geode, right?
it had a conjuration ability. That was about all I got.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I think I know what it was, but
I also have a spear in my inventory
okay. All right.
that I made as a custom item that I must have found at some point.
Okay. All right. So
I don't know if
let me
yeah.
track down the stone first. Sort of from last time.
Ben, did you get gold and stuff from me?
Yes.
Did you get that? Okay,
Yeah, took it all.
I mean, he can take it again, right?
no. No.
I looted your body while you were spacing out. While Amber
No,
was
well, then
spacing
you would have a lot of gold.
out. I wasn't
you'd
just
also
walking
be dead.
slower. I wasn't just walking slower up the wall because it was up a lot heavier.
Yeah.
You're about 1,000 gold heavier.
You turned on encumbrance for gold.
Okay.
Alright.
I do have that.
I'm trying to find where that was. Okay. Well, give me a minute to figure that out. Is anyone else? Okay. Yeah, here it is. Here it is. Okay. So what are you doing with that?
Identifying it.
I'm just trying to figure out what it is.
Okay. So you're using a short rest?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So roll an Arcana check with advantage.
I'll re-roll that one. Oh, 10.
Yeah, again, you know that it has conjuration. And as you sort of play with it a little bit, you hear this like like there's almost like this like sort of the you see the dirt around sort of shift and sort of like something that you all of a sudden like put it down, like it kind of scares you, but you don't know what it does exactly.
I had a red cape.
All right, roll an Arcana check with advantage.
That's a 24, 23.
Okay, so this is a cape of the mountebank. And so what that is it will allow you to cast Dimension Door.
Ooh.
So yeah, so once per day you're gonna basically be able to cast the Dimension Doors.
If I attune to it.
Yes, if you attune to it, I believe it requires. It may not require attunement, but I don't know.
Did you find my spear?
Okay, and then spear. Okay.
If not, no worries. You can look for it another time, and I can identify it.
Yeah,
later.
roll in the Arcana check with advantage while you're at it.
Bedroom.
What'd you roll?
Check my modifier, -2. 'cause it's
Oh, dice.
intelligence. Yeah. 13.
13. Okay. So you realize that will require attunement, right? And you also recognize that it will yeah, you're not quite sure what it does, but you think that it may basically be able to give basically some it does more than sort of normal spirit. It does seem to be able to hit more and has more sort of magical damage component to it.
Cool.
All right. So what are you guys doing? Just settling down for a long rest?
Were we just doing a short and then hitting the road?
Well, I mean, whatever works. I mean, we don't want to make I don't know where the queen's gonna be if we
Wait,
sit
too
down
long.
for a few hours or longer than an hour. so-
Yeah, what, I guess, if it's like close to night, whatever nighttime is underground, but
Okay.
it's like midday.
Yeah, it's late in the day.
Yeah, I mean, we could settle down.
Might make more sense to do it in the morning.
All right.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Good night, guys.
All right. So you guys.
Hey.
Oh,
Take a
wait, so we're
long
doing a long rest now?
Yeah, because it's like already late.
I'll read some then.
All right. So I'll say you can get another hour. I'll say it's kind of late.
I can't read for the 2 hours of long rest.
Well, you did an hour of.
Short rest. Oh,
Well,
we're
but
just
it
reading.
got transitioned to a long
That's
rest.
all one long.
I did not realize that.
Yeah. So I'll say one. I'll
1
say
hour
1 hour
then.
in the evening. Yeah.
I did not realize I thought we were just doing one big one.
Oh, good morning, guys.
Breakfast.
Let me read.
Got some leftover pizzazz over here.
All right.
That's flat dough with sauce and cheese on it. What is
It's
this?
always better cold.
Also, I have no idea how old it is because who's been in this house before?
We were here last night.
Mm-hmm.
It's our leftovers. Or like
Oh,
2 nights
we were?
ago.
We stayed in Strasbourg.
Yep.
All right.
Strothgan, comes down and sort of talks with you guys. You guys have breakfast and says, I think I'll be letting you go to the house of the place Lady Androgora on your own. I have many things to set right here and many observations to be made. I'm very much interested in that mirror dimension.
Oh, yes.
That was wild.
Well, we appreciate all your help here, Strothgan. We will go talk to Lady Andragora here now.
Thank you, Fellowship of Chili Staff, for saving me not once but twice. I owe a great
All
debt to you.
day's work.
All right. So you guys are gonna head off to Lady Andragora.
Yep.
Yep.
As much as we remember how.
All right. I mean, so you have Morgana there who knows where it is. Where she is.
Yeah.
So
We've
you
been
guys,
through it.
spend maybe an hour or so. You go into these sort of the caverns and sort of these very narrow passageways where you go one by one, and you sort of make your way into sort of the place of where you guys had last met Lady Andragora. As you guys sort of enter into this giant cavern, you see that she's sort of supervising workers who are sort of gathering things from this cavern and bringing them back to the Stygian Palace. Lady Morcott is nowhere to be seen, or not Lady, King Morcott is nowhere to be seen. It's just Lady Andragora there working, supervising.
Him.
She isn't looking at you guys when you guys first enter. Sort of facing away.
Your Majesty.
My lady.
Fellowship of the Chili Sad. It's I greatly appreciate your service. Galen sent a messenger last night and said you guys were able to slay both Ellaxan and Atar. It's quite a
It
feat.
seemed-
That is true.
It is quite a feat.
He actually didn't have any feet though.
Atar did. Yeah.
That's
Ellaxan did.
true. Atar had he had some feet.
Yeah, some big feet on him.
It's a turn of phrase.
Well,
Yeah, yeah. Those kind of things go over my head.
I wish to give you a reward for your accomplishments, and so she sort of nods to one of her couple of her servants. They pick up sort of a chest, and bring it over.
just give you a chest for your little gold. To carry all the gold you found.
It is greatly appreciated. We were glad we could participate in regaining your throne in Golgothir here.
Of course. I'm forever in your debt. I would like to know where Ellaxan's lair was in case he doesn't stay dead, if you catch my drift.
Sure. yeah.
Strothcan is well aware. We had to rescue him from within the lair, and he's a dedicated citizen. He would definitely be happy to guide you there. We could tell you in here, but I think once we are done here, we might be on our way, and it might just be easiest if you convene with Strothcan at some point to find a location.
I actually spent the morning drawing up a map.
I mean, it's just down. It's very far.
Yeah,
down.
I just spent a morning drawing up the map of where it was.
Okay. All right. So you have a map for her?
Yeah, it's yeah, you follow this rule. It's I only did this in like 5 minutes, so it's like very crude drawing, but
She
you just
takes
go down
it.
this. You just go down this really long tunnel. There's a hole. You just go straight down for like 2 hours, a flight, and then there's some mirror dimensions that you have to go through. Before that, you had to go down some more steps, and then you had to go through a mirror dimension. You get to his lair. But yeah, I would definitely recommend finding someone that knows how to deal with an undead. I think I may have been able to delay it if he has responses in place for his demise. But you may need
Okay.
someone that can respond
All right.
to his undeath.
Okay. Thank you very much. This information is greatly appreciated. I'll have Strothcan lead a party down to.
And to get through the mirrors, there's a dagger that you need. I think Angor has it.
I would likely be keeping that with me. There are other ways through.
It's understandable. Yeah.
Maybe better that the dagger stay far away from the mirror too.
We don't know what
Maybe you
it
can't
allows us to get through, but we don't know what all else it can do.
Also, if you go in a room and you see a floating rope, just
Climb it.
the thing.
Oh,
I
so
assume it did snap, right?
no, it did snap. I'm sorry. I
Oh,
left it
well.
out when you guys out because you guys were debating about the knife. So when you untie the knife, it sort of
It-
snapped, and then the rope started cut in half, and it sort of coiled down. And so if you guys wanted to collect the rope, you could.
We've got half a rope in one of those rooms. too.
Mhm.
You can help yourself with that, I guess.
All right. So if you guys open the chest, there is 2,500 gold in there.
Each, right?
No.
Each.
Yeah. I will mark down 5,000. How much?
So there's 2,500.
And 5 copper pieces.
Is that divided 5 ways? How many ways are we dividing this?
And it's I mean, it's up to you guys.
How do we-
Ugarth, Aurelia, and Morgana are here, but
Apparently always.
Does it
mean, Mark-
really even know what's happening?
All she knows is she must kill. Which
The 2,500 gold.
That's it.
Um,
It's just gold.
that's
There,
it.
but there are several large diamonds in there.
Ooh, I'll take some of those for
Okay.
potential spell components
Okay.
that save your lives.
I feel like we should talk about dividing these diamonds
And-
equally here.
and maybe not for the queen.
Yes.
And there are also some decent sized emeralds, some decent sized sapphires, and some decent sized rubies.
There's no platinum.
Diamonds, rubies, sapphires,
No.
emeralds.
No, just gems. No platinum with the gold. Just gold.
Well, we greatly appreciate this reward. It is a small fortune, obviously.
After we've just been sitting there counting 2,500 pieces of gold.
I'm assuming that you're just taking the chest or
Yes,
putting it in the bag,
yeah,
holding
for
or
right
something like
now.
that. Yeah, but
Yes.
I'm just
Yes.
like marking it down for future reference.
That's the appropriate thing to do when.
And I would
royalty
assume she would have
hands
told
you
us
a
how much
large
was in
reward.
there.
Oh yeah,
You know,
probably.
Not only is it to protect us counting it in front of you, it's also to protect you. You know, if everyone's here, we all count it all out in the open. Everyone sees what's going on. You have witnesses from both parties. No.
All right. And she does mention, you guys are welcome to remain here in Golgothir. I think we could use some adventures in our missions against the Slad. They are still a threat and have encroached on our sort of outskirts since Atar and company took over. But I also understand that you guys have other things to do.
Yeah,
We
we have
do
been
have-
well underground for a few weeks here. Ooh.
Yeah, we're not-
I'm
we're
dying to
not
see the sun again.
To long periods underground. It's been a long time since we've been topside.
And at this moment, Ugar starts guys, if you guys are gonna go above ground, I still have some business down here, so I'm gonna stay here.
What?
No,
Sure.
we completely understand.
Now you're a part of us now. No.
There is no voluntary leaving the chili side.
There's only death.
We do have a letter though.
We appreciate your help.
Yes, it is greatly appreciated. We hope, I guess we can talk about goodbyes outside of these rooms.
Yeah, I think we should maybe discuss what we're gonna do.
There's a lot to go. Many places to go.
Well, it's been an honor speaking to you, Lady Andragora, but we need to figure out where exactly we are going to go next. And I can see there is much to do around here, and we do not want to keep you busy with these pleasantries. But
Sure. I mean,
it has been an honor to serve.
yeah, I believe that today will be my day of my triumphal return to the Stygian Palace. So I have a lot to prepare for that. But thank you for your service, and you are welcome anytime, Fellowship of the Chili Sad.
With a bow and head out.
All right.
Yeah.
Bow.
Thank you.
Sure.
Well, guys, seems we have an opportunity to head back out into the world, back
Wouldn't
to
mind
see the
checking
sun.
I wouldn't mind checking in with Horgroth before we leave. Blacksmith about my armor.
Oh yeah, that might be good to pick up.
Hey, you're
No,
getting
I
it.
don't think it's gonna be ready
improved.
yet, but it'd be nice just to check in with him about it.
Yes, we can stop.
So
Okay.
there's
I don't think we had any other business to attend to.
Ugarth left.
so we're just not gonna give him any money.
He didn't say anything yet. So.
We're doing goodbyes afterwards.
All right, so you guys leave sort of with your reward, and head out
Mhm.
into sort of the main area. So where are you guys going next? You guys going back to Horgroth next? Is that the plan?
We're gonna go to the shadiest alley we can find to split up all the gold. No.
Okay.
As we're carrying the gold, I cast gaseous form while I'm carrying it, so it disappears with me. I go 100, like 500 feet a different way.
I guiding bolt that gaseous
can't-
form
You can't.
as you're casting it.
That's not how that works.
I
Wow.
cast counter spell.
We saved the city and absolutely just go at each other's throat the minute we walk out the door.
We
You're
can
dead
go
to me.
to Horgroth, kind of stop by there.
All right.
Yeah, is there any other people downtown we need to go talk to?
I did wanna. I was hoping to see.
Uh,
Like,
Razakai, before we left, never did find out what happened to him. He might be gone. He might just be stone. But at the very least, I could probably talk to Strothgan and see if he can use his magic thingy to find him, find out what happened to him.
yeah, the locator thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, little magic compass.
Okay.
But yeah, Horgrath first, I suppose.
All right. So you guys make your way to
Yeah, we're heading
Horgroth.
back.
Ugarth, has spoken about leaving, but he, accompanies you to Horgroth. So if that factors into your thinking about splitting the money. So you guys head to Horgroth, and there is Horgroth sort of. You guys head to Horgroth's old blacksmith shop, and it looks like it's been ransacked to a degree. It's not quite as bad as some of the other places, like Galen's house in particular. And you see him sort of out there, sort of moving things around. He's got some metal that he's working on. He sort of he sort of quenched it, sticks it back in the furnace.
Wrath.
Garrick, right?
Yeah. Hey, we've wrapped up all that we had to do here, and looks like your city is kind of getting back on track. We're
I
gonna
think
be
so.
heading-
Yeah.
We're gonna be heading back up to the surface here.
Okay.
I just wanted to check in with you. With that armor. I assume that it's still gonna be a minute before
Uh,
it's ready.
Yeah, I would say. How long did I say before it would take?
I think 6 weeks.
Yeah, I would say probably it's going to take 5 weeks. Obviously, I don't have as much business as I did before, but
Sure.
but still another
Sure.
5 weeks.
Sure. If you could send like a messenger up to Utherburn to whenever you're ready, whenever it's done, just find me and let me know.
I will say, so I know this is a little bit out of since you weren't here at the end of last game. I will say that you found the other sending stone, the other one that you at Ellaxan's lair.
oh, that's convenient.
So if you want to use that, because it was meant to be there, you weren't here at the last game, so I will
Sure.
allow that. I think that seems reasonable.
You know what? Actually, I have
Here's my number.
these magic sending. I don't really know how this works, but I talk in it here and you hear it over there.
Okay, why don't we try it?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
It's
Hi.
Horgroth.
Hi.
Do you know who it is? It's Horgroth.
Yeah, this is Carrick.
Okay.
Are you sure you're actually hearing it from the stone or just from each other being so close to in the same room?
Oh, that's a good point.
Here, I'll beat on the hammer.
So he like walks over to the other side of the room. Hi. Can you hear me?
Oh, hello. Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, it's Horgroth.
Yeah, this is Carrick.
Okay. Oh, okay.
This is really weird.
So is it always Carrick or is it just
I
You
mean,
might get some
it's-
spam calls.
We're trying to
Someone
reach
ask
you
about your
the car
wagon's
extended
extended warranty.
We're trying to reach you about your chariot's extended warranty.
Do we get like weird microphone feedback when it
Yeah,
goes
so
off
it's
the
really
delay?
weird because you guys are because I believe as this works, I believe it's only you can hear, right? But you get this sort of like this weird because it's like almost in the back of your head, sort of this like thing that's like it's like a very and then you also hear the other side. So it's a really weird. It's almost like if you're wearing headphones and but you know like so like if you're like on a phone call with somebody and you can hear them, that's sort of like if you're
Mhm.
like if you're in the same room with
Yeah.
somebody that's sort of the what you get. It's like really weird and it gives you this weird echo. It kind of gives you a headache.
Okay, yeah, let's save these for when we need them.
Okay, all right. Also, little one, I don't think I got the chance to properly thank you for freeing me from the Mind Flayer's influence.
Oh, it's really nothing. It's just or the average life, I guess.
Sticks out his hand.
Evil things come in, try to take over, and people have to go and come and save everyone else.
That's doesn't seem particularly average to me, but I mean, if you say so. I mean, I'm not that bright, so
I guess if you're in the line of work of saving people, then it becomes average.
what's a line of work?
You're a blacksmith, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm a blacksmith,
That's your line of work.
but it's not like a line. It's just like he looks real confused, sort of stares off his face for a minute.
It might come to you and eventually down the timeline.
like you can tell that there's like that Horgrath is not a particularly intelligent individual, and you're like timeline, you've completely like fried his his like IQ of 60 is completely overwhelmed with all the information you're giving him.
But time is not a line. It's just
Yeah.
weird circular going back on itself and crisscrossing all over. No,
He's just so confused.
not always forward motion thingy that goes on, right?
Like he's
Yeah.
never
You
thought
know,
about what is time.
You never sat down and just wondered, what if?
He has an existential crisis right now in the middle of this.
I'm not sure if an existential crisis is the right way to describe that. It's more like
I feel like to have an existential crisis, you need to at least have the capacity to understand what you don't understand.
Here, I'll guide him so you can help ponder.
Oh, you give me guidance.
Yeah. Yes.
Giving him guidance on his intelligence check.
Yes.
Okay, so he rolled a 9. Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's just
Don't think too hard about it.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, your armor will be done in 5 weeks, Garrick, and we'll talk in
Great.
these. Do you have to be here with me?
No, it's anywhere.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. I'll just talk to the stone when I'm ready. When we're done. When it's done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Go find Strothgan.
Okay. So you guys head back to Strathgan's house.
I reckon that'd be a good place to start.
all right. Let's split the spoils if some of us are splitting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna make a. This is probably where we'll part ways. I'm not super interested in seeing a Githyanki again.
I'm just ready for the outside, looking for the sun.
1, 2, 3, 4. That's us.
Ugarth.
Ugarth is 5. Morgana. Relia.
Aurelia can share with us.
Aurelia gives me her share anyways. So
Yeah, that's how that works. And is that it? 2,500 or 25,000?
If we do,
7 ways?
2,500.
2,500 7 ways?
what's 6th and 7th?
those,
Yeah.
those everybody, Aurelia
Yeah.
and Morgana.
We're
And
5 with Ugarth and then Aurelia and Morgana.
I'm totally down to split it 4 ways.
There we go. It is not a nice number.
No, it's not.
That's 7. That's 7
Ways, yeah.
I would just do 357 then. Nobody just zero. That's what I did with mine. Is I just used I rounded down.
4 times 7 is- We're losing a whole gold there.
Give it to me. Or Carrie.
All right.
So everybody gets
everyone
317 gold.
Yeah, what you said, 357 gold.
357. And how many of the rubies and stuff are there? I want to make sure we divide those evenly as well.
Okay,
I
yeah,
don't
one
think
second. I'm adding the currency. So you said 357?
And technically, somebody gets 358, but
Yeah, one of you guys can take that.
Here, I got change for a gold and copper.
Let's not get too picky about it. By the way, we are, except for Ugarth who's about to leave, the rest of us are a group. Like, there's no reason to be
Which-
like. Technically, it is, yes, my gold and silver and stuff. But if any of y'all need it, I would be looking over at Ingvar's bag and just seeing like it just like
You
staggering.
don't see anything in my bag because it's in my
Alright.
bag of holding, so you don't see anything.
That's
You don't see any
correct.
gold.
Yeah, that's correct, actually.
Or weight.
put that one in the group pot.
You have no idea how much gold I have.
There's one in the group pot.
Well, that is a greatly appreciated sentiment there, Wilfred.
I just wish y'all would do the same thing for me.
Nobody said they wouldn't.
And I didn't say you wouldn't either. I was just saying
That
that's what
implication.
my hope is. What implication? There is no implication.
All right. So what are you guys looking? Are you guys looking for?
However many gems there are.
Okay. All right. So there are
so we can
three.
divide it.
There are 3 diamonds, 2 that are
Yeah.
worth 50 gold pieces, and 1 that is worth 100.
I don't need any of those.
There are 2 rubies, 1 worth 75 gold pieces and 1 worth 50.
Written it down.
Yeah.
All right, you guys ready?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So then there are 4 sapphires, all worth 25 gold pieces.
All
There's
right.
1 emerald worth 100 gold pieces.
The 3 diamonds, 1 is 100, 2 are 50,
Yep.
2 rubies, 75, 50.
Yep.
4 sapphires, 25 each,
Mm-hmm.
100 gold emerald.
That's correct. Yep.
Let me see what all I have that requires diamonds and such as spell components. I wonder if I can. You can't combine diamonds to for spell components, can you?
A diamond.
Yeah.
that's what I think.
I mean, some it says like worth amount of diamonds
Worth of
worth,
diamonds.
and there's some that are a
Worth.
diamond.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
diamond dust.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Grind down the little ones.
so it just depends on what
Most of them
the
are 500 gold points. You know, like they're supposed to be massive diamonds.
Yeah, that's because it like brings you back from the dead.
Yeah. So I don't have any spells that require spell components. Like it costs money.
Me neither.
Diamond dust worth at least 100 gold pieces. Give me the 100 gold diamond, so I can cast that spell.
Okay.
okay.
Um,
Yeah, I don't need any of the gems to store split because it's an odd number anyways.
a sunburst pendant. Cool, and I think the rest can be split up. Who wants these items? I'll take them then.
Morgana speaks up. She says, "I'll take one of the diamonds."
There's two 50s.
I'll take one of those.
All right, here you go.
Right.
150 gold diamond left.
I mean, I will take a diamond.
Take it. Ruby, sapphires, and emeralds.
Either just pass them out or keep them.
I'll keep them then.
I'd like to have a sapphire there. See, there are 4 of them.
Yes, you want need any for
There are spells that
need a
require,
specific amount, or you just want one?
there are specific spells that require some sapphires.
So you need a specific amount, or do you just want one?
I'll just take 2.
All right, you take 2.
Really looks at the diamonds or the sapphires, and she says, "Oi!" And she seems to like the blue color of them. And so she sort of
Two
holds one.
sapphires for you.
She said 2 for her.
No one else is taking them, so yeah.
All right. She will take 2 if you're giving her 2. Okay.
I'll take a ruby that is 50 gold.
Yeah. So they will both not really be interested in anything else. So it's up to you guys how you split up the rest.
So 1 ruby left and 1 emerald.
I'll take one of the rubies.
75 gold ruby for you.
All right.
And then the emerald,
No,
I'll take it. All right.
that's good.
Well,
Much better.
Ugarth, it was an honor fighting with you.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks. We did a good thing together, didn't we? Fellowship of the Chili Sad.
Yeah, hopefully your path forward is a little bit more straight and safer now.
Yeah, I hope
Yeah.
you found your grandfather person thingy that you're looking for.
Yeah, me
The
too.
person of interest.
You sure you
Um,
guys don't want to help me?
Mm. You seem to be well off yourself.
Okay.
You seem quite, maybe even better if you're alone with your skills and capabilities.
Drag you
Fair,
down.
fair.
And then most of us can't keep up.
All right. So you sort of leave Strathgan's house. That's where you guys were divvying this up, right? It's Strathgan's house.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're at.
So he sort of heads out. So now it's just so the four of you, Morgana, Aurelia, and then Strathgan is around.
He is.
Mhm, mhm.
Okay. Well, I'll find him and just ask. Um,
Have you seen Razakai since everything happened?
I mean, I saw him briefly after the fight, and you guys. But then Ellaxan came storming through, and obviously, things didn't go so well from there. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I haven't seen him since obviously Ellaxan abducted, came through and beat everyone.
Would your little compass thing be able to find him?
It probably would, yeah.
Would you mind? I mean, would you mind? You want to come with us? I was hoping at least to at least get find out whether he survived or not.
Okay.
He's
So he sort of whistles that, sort of like spins around, points sort of down into the city. So you guys begin to head down towards, presumably, again.
Yeah.
So I mean, again, presumably you guys can talk about like heading out, and because obviously he's able to find Razakai, and he sort of he's able to find him, and he's willing to lead you guys towards him. So
Do we all need to go?
so we'll follow him.
I mean, it's
We
up to
all
you
don't
guys.
have to
If you,
come.
Yeah.
Do we all need to go?
Do you have anything else to do?
Yes.
he wants to read, right?
Yes.
Yeah, feel free to stay here.
You just want to stay by yourself.
I don't have my feelings.
Yeah, I would love just to take a break from everything at the moment. And just spend alone time.
Okay.
We should have waited to take it out.
All right. So guys, Carrick, you're going. What are you're thinking for? What are you guys doing? As
Oh, just hang with him. That's fine.
all right,
Yeah, I'll go.
So you guys are going with Carrick.
Yeah.
All right. So Morgana stays behind with you. Wilfred really comes with the three of you and Strathgan. So the weather vane sort of leads the way. You guys walk down through the cities, and they are now again, especially up in the upper levels, you are starting to see more things taking place. The houses do seem to be somewhat under repair. People are moving back and forth. Once you guys sort of reach the market district, you guys sort of have you can see commerce going on. You see different people, of these different races sort of milling about. You guys head down, you pass the Darkhold Keep, the ruins of Galen's house, and then you guys sort of arrive near the Stygian Palace. There you see Galen sort of organizing things out front, and you sort of see he's sort of organizing sort of the repairs. The weather vane doesn't point towards the Stygian Keep, so you guys keep going. And sort of then you sort of reach the edge, you sort of like to this like little like isthmus of land. and on, like very narrow, sort of like maybe one person go down at a time. And on the end, there's sort of this little like sort of one room sort of hut at the end of it.
An isthmus, like,
Okay.
as in like over the abyss. Wow. And the weather vane is pointing
Hmm.
at the hut.
Hmm.
I'll venture out there first.
Okay. So you guys sort of follow the weather vane down sort of this isthmus landing to the hut. And there you see Razakai sort of sitting cross-legged, sort of meditating, and you see sort of a circle, sort of a metallic circle behind him. That's just sort of like a kind of like a Stargate kind of behind him. He doesn't respond as you enter.
Is he in his hut, inside his hut, or?
Mhm. Yeah, so he's sitting. So basically, okay. So I guess you can come out to the hut, right? And if you go into the, or you knock on the hut, there's no door.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I said you guys could
Just,
see.
okay,
Yeah,
I
sorry.
see.
Yeah.
Well, if he doesn't respond, then I'll still knock on the door frame.
Okay. Thor opens one eye.
There was a guy.
Fellowship of the Chile Sad.
We defeated Ellaxan.
Well done. You've stopped a great menace.
He believe you agreed to train with me. We
I
were
did.
able to defeat him. We're about to head out of town before long, so this is probably the opportunity.
Sarah opens both eyes. Aye. So so then he sort of like, begins to give you, so he sort of stands up and is, well, what are you looking to learn?
I suppose just some of your fighting style.
All right.
We clearly have a lot of it's very unique.
Yes, I'm more of a, I normally carry two weapons. My two, he has sort of like these, how do I describe them? They're almost like, they're sort of one side is blunt of the swords, the one-handed swords that he wields, and the other side is sharp, right? So these aren't two bladed weapons. And he says, I'm not sure that how this would compare to your sort of your weapon choice or your fighting style, but
Oh, let's just call it sparring for sparring's sake then.
all right. So you guys begin to sort of spar, and he sort of gives you different he gives you sort of different pointers, about what, how to attack and how to, these sorts of things, right?
Sure.
Yeah,
We don't have to role play the whole
yeah,
thing.
yeah. I figured you didn't want to role
Just
play the whole
just
thing.
something Carrick wanted to do.
Sure.
Well, appreciate the opportunity. Hope we'll meet again sometime. To be honest, I was kind of worried. Kind of worried something had happened. I didn't see you after the whole fight. But glad you're all right.
When Ellaxan came through, I got humiliated, we'll say. He was able to knock me unconscious. But
Hmm.
Give him a big, like, clasp hands.
mhm. Dylan. Like in the beginning of Punisher, Dylan. um, yeah. So what I will say, just out of game, I will say that if you train enough with I'm sorry, no, that's yeah, I think that's what I want to do. You train enough with Razakai, you can gain access to blade mastery on feat.
Let me see what that is. Cool. I mean, we can keep going.
Yeah.
I'll just look that up.
I mean, I'd really like to head to the surface.
All right.
Oh yeah, I'm ready to head up.
All right. So we'll say that took 3 hours for your bookkeeping, plus another hour for to and fro. So 4 hours of reading, Wilfred.
I would like to spend the first hour looking at that stone again. Just
Good.
curious.
Go for it. Yeah, go for it. Roll it.
Advantage.
Yep, with advantage.
19.
19. All right. So as you are tinkering with this stone, you realize this is a stone of controlling earth and elementals. So yeah, so basically once per day you can summon an earth elemental. I will say that this is not on the item on D&D Beyond. But I will say that let me just quickly, I'm going to give the number of charges that the Bowl of Summoning Water Elementals had. 3, yes. So 3 Earth Elemental uses.
3 charges a day.
Total. Just 3 total.
Yeah, 3
Oh,
total. 3
total.
total. Yeah, 3 total. And you can only use 1 per day.
Cool.
I was kind of hoping to summon like 5d10 moles or something. Out of the ground.
Stone of controlling earth elemental.
Next time I'm just gonna give you guys a bunch of just trash items. That's what like next campaign.
It's all
To make-
trashy.
Yeah, to make up for all the good items I gave you this time, I'm just gonna give you guys like
There is an
Just
item.
do cursed items. That's what everybody. Yeah.
There is an item. It's like It's like
I
a
tried to give you a
patchwork.
cursed item. I just didn't take it, or I didn't attune to it.
You tear a patch off and throw it, and it becomes an animal, like a random animal on a table.
yeah.
And you get like 6
Yeah.
pieces of it, and then you're patched.
And then 3 hours for the book.
Well, once we make it topside, does anybody have pressing business?
I think
I'd love to see the ocean again.
I'd love to see the sun again.
I mean, we've got some experience in our belt. You think, Aurelia's been tagging along, waiting to, I guess, go back to her people.
We could certainly take her back out to the Aquan City.
We've already helped one city
yeah.
Yeah.
get the leader back. We're kind of experts
Yeah.
at that at this point.
And possibly if we're out up north again, we could go to Isocross and try to
Locate.
take care of this
Yeah.
vampire that has been following us. Go back into his lair of.
There's a lot of interesting stuff left to explore there too.
You wonder if that one guy has been found.
There's a lot of one guys. Which
Yeah.
one guy?
The one guy that was missing, chasing the worms. There's only one guy that's been missing in this entire.
From where?
He was chasing the worms.
Up north?
He was like a professor or something.
You sure you're not thinking of Dune?
No, I think you're talking about
Or is it
Atlan.
Very early, right?
Yeah, it was either come to Golgothir or go find the one guy that was missing. That was one of our two missions that we could do.
Yeah, so basically, Atlan, who was somebody who you had met at was it Cyrenlia? Is that the real pronunciation? I was pronouncing
Friendly,
yeah,
friendly.
Cyrenlia, whatever. So you met this guy named Atlan, who was chasing the Wormkin. He had come back to Palebank Village and he had gone missing, right?
Right.
And so, is that what you're referring to?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, that guy.
Yes. The
That
rugged guy.
Muriel.
Only
that-
we know that's missing at the moment.
Somebody was missing.
He was missing in like what, the wildlands or something like that.
Yeah.
yeah,
So,
there's other-
yeah, I think the let me look at my map real quick. But I believe that yeah. So he had gone out
That one.
Pursuing the Wormkin across the Rhine plains.
exactly.
Oh, we were supposed to pursue the Wormkin across the Rhine plains. Atlan had gone missing 10 days ago on the ship to Palebank.
We need
Something
a
like
like Google Docs.
No, he was not on the ship to Palebank.
that. Okay, I don't know what that note meant then, but he had gone missing 10 days ago.
Yeah. And that was before we went to Golgothir.
Yes, yes. So he is missing on the Rhine Plains, if I remember
Rhine
correctly.
Plains.
It may have been the Crystal Sands Tundra, but
And we are in Golgothir, which is
around there.
that is
In the-
there's Utherdurn.
mhm.
A little bit more.
Here somewhere. Could be that whatever that is.
Well,
Well, it's
yeah, no, Muriel had asked us to help out and go find him, but certainly it would be nice to get a little somewhere farther south, maybe. Is that would be we'd be heading if we were going to help Aurelia, like you were saying? Where would that be going?
Aurelia's home seems to be up north in the frigid waters.
It's splitting us, or
It seems to be a little bit.
it's to the far west of where you guys are.
yeah, it's like over here somewhere, I believe.
yeah,
Yeah, it's like south of the island of Isocross.
That's correct. Yes.
if we were going to look for Altan, we would have to go like southeast from here. So it'd be
Yes.
the opposite direction of that. That's assuming he's still around. 'cause
Is there-
It's been a number of days since he went missing.
Or there, yeah. That's assuming if we could find him.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm certainly all right with taking Aurelia to wherever she needs to go. And then if we're inclined, we can come back to help out with the whole Atlan situation.
Aurelia, how would you feel about going home?
I would greatly like to see my home again.
She does seem to enjoy that idea.
Right down there. There is a frigid depth.
She, so I guess we gotta go.
So yeah, so just being very, I want to be completely precise about where you guys are going to end up. You would be heading. So yeah, are you sharing a map? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. It is a Wildemount map.
Yeah.
So,
That's perfect. It's perfect. All right. So go down.
Oops.
Yeah. So you see sort of where No, to the left here. Yeah.
So there's
So
the frigid depths. Yeah.
wait, the Pallid Grove's way over there. What?
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. This
I'm
map
sorry.
may not be.
Not Pallid Grove. I'm sorry. I was thinking of the blooming the place where Caduceus was from. Sorry.
At the Blooming Grove.
Yeah. Yeah. So it would be somewhere out, sort of west of Ice Haven. If you can move it to
There's Ice Haven
Yeah.
right there.
yeah.
More west.
Yeah. So I would probably put it like right somewhere out.
Off the cliffs, kind of where I
Yeah.
rounded the corner there.
Yeah, exactly. Out that way.
The cliffs are on the way that.
Oh.
Yeah, those are
Way
the.
out there.
Way out here.
Yeah.
Well, that's
That's gonna be a voyage.
I mean, unless somebody has a map, I have no idea where that is. But
We'd love to. I mean, if it's off the cliffs of I can't remember.
No.
Cliffs, yeah.
Stone Cage.
Cliffs of Insanity.
Stone Gauge Cliffs.
Yep.
Is that it?
I mean, I rounded those cliffs prior to ending up in Palebank, and I sailed through the frigid steppes, which is where last my ship was battered and beaten and destroyed.
Yeah, I guess that's a.
It's a journey, but I mean, it would be good to.
Could be a little warmer. To be
Yeah.
honest.
How'd you get to Pillbank Village from all the way out there?
No, we were sailing. We probably crashed about here in this little narrow strait and ended up floating the rest of the way. The rest of my crew passed. Luckily, I was fortunate enough to survive. And
Would you going all the way across the continent, like all the way over here to the west?
yep,
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
right where the mount right here.
I mean, we know somebody with the boat, but
Yeah, he might be willing to. Do you think he would? He kind of fired you. Do you think he would still take us?
I've been fired many times. Plus, wasn't he like under this whole thing?
influence
Everyone
of-
was been under an influence of a greater being and done regrettable
Lord
things.
Acheron.
We're all understanding of that here.
Yeah,
Did he?
Yeah, he was under
Lord
he was
Acheron.
charmed.
And
Yeah. So
When
yeah, Hallie and
When he
Chon-
fired you, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was under the influence of a greater being and did something regrettable.
Okay.
he's just still under the influence. He's like
Also,
I have.
he just doesn't know. He's just
Doesn't
in
know.
denial.
Yeah.
There's also the whole point that
What you're forgetting is that you don't. Right.
it seems as though Aurelia's enemies are willing to go great distances to find her and would probably make a boat journey very dangerous and difficult.
You're talking about going over land.
It may be a lot longer, but it may be a much safer journey that way.
And we would be able to experience the world of Wildemount here, and there's a lot to see.
I've only seen a little bit of the world.
I haven't set foot on some of these places in a long while.
I don't think I've ever gone farther than Rex and Trum.
I'd love to. We could probably go through.
Nicotrons.
Plus, we've got a good bit of cash now. We can kind of make our way without.
We could easily make our way through this terrain, hire
People need-
horses, and
People need some help.
I'd love to go back through my hometown where I see my parents again on the way through.
Where is that?
as long as it's not
It's on the way through. It's information on my first page.
Roll intelligence.
Where am I from?
You?
No, I'm kidding. I know.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Anything else right from too? I don't know where my
Is it Veluth?
Duluth. Yes, that's the name.
That's the place in the
That's near the. I can't think of the name either. It's somewhere. It's in the near Malaya's Mirror.
yeah.
Savalier Wood.
Yeah, it's in the Savalier Wood.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like on the way.
Well, we could head to the cliffs. I think that would be the easiest place to get close to Aurelia's home and without having to go into the land.
I mean, without having to go in water.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I mean. Without having to go through the water.
Yeah.
Well, we are up here at the surface. I mean,
Well, I mean, I
wonder if-
guess you guys are still in Golgothir, right?
no, I thought we were kind of going up.
We might be walking and talking, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Alright,
think
so
we were discussing our plans on the way because
Okay.
it's a bit of a hike.
Yeah, so it
It's like-
takes maybe
Well,
like
I
a
guess
day
it-
and a half or so to go from Golgothir to Uthador.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think we're just going back the way we left the tunnel, right? We're trying to go back that way.
Yeah.
To the Aarakocra.
Aarakocra village.
Oh, you guys are trying to go back to the Aviary of the Aarakocra?
Well, we're just trying to get to that tunnel
be
that we
quicker way.
use to get in.
That would be the quicker way outside.
Yeah.
I guess it would be.
Because Uthadorn's underground as well. We're not trying to get underground. We're trying to get out of ground.
Okay. All right. So you guys are heading to the Aviary of the Aarakocra.
Yep.
Because then we could request the services of the.
Sure, we're going there.
All right.
Chad.
All right. Sounds good. So you guys are taking Chad with you, I presume?
Yeah, we can take him.
Obviously.
All right.
Underground's no place for a flying lion person.
So you guys head
Flying
out.
eagle.
You guys sort of make your way through sort of the tunnels, and it takes about a day to go through the tunnels from Golgothir to sort of the Aviary of the Aarakocra, right? And you guys sort of emerge from the tunnel that you last sort of left. You see sort of the beehive-like structure with the different sort of chambers in it, with all the Aarakocra flying in and out. And you guys see the beautiful light of the sun that you haven't seen in weeks. It sort of blinds you a little bit. It's warm sort of embrace comes upon you. Shadows start of joy and sort of flaps his wings and flies around.
Oh, beautiful sun. Oh, you bless us.
Wait, you might get burnt if you stay out. You haven't been out in a little bit, so.
I'm barely lighter than I was when I went underneath the tunnels. Barely.
All right. So you guys sort of arrive and you see
Sorry for Lotus and Halfling the bee, the go pale.
Head to the Aarakocra.
All right, so as you guys sort of head towards sort of the Aviary of the Aarakocra, you see to find something. So you guys sort of see the different the view of sort of like the griffins sort of flying in and out. You see the beautiful sort of view. You see sort of like the weird sort of sphere-like structure at the top of the Aviary of the Aarakocra. And so as you guys are sort of walking along, all of a sudden you see Kipstrix lands next to you. Fellowship of Chili Sand. Welcome back.
Hey, oh, that was quick.
We did it.
I mean, well, presumably
We understand why you do not wish to be underground. The light of the day is beautiful. It's good to see you again, Ekipatrix.
Mm,
Okay.
good to see you as well. What do we have the pleasure of your visit?
We were just trying to make our way back out from Golgothir and finish our work there. But we are thinking of heading west and decided to come out this way, possibly requesting to see if we could utilize some of your griffins to fly us down to maybe Malaismere or somewhere kind of in that area, just to kind of get us a good start there, so we could get some horses so we can get down from this mountain. We would be greatly appreciated if we could do that. And
Well, you did us a great favor, so I obviously we would be willing, more than likely, to loan you some griffins. But are you sure you want to go to Malaismere?
well, we have
it's-
business. Go ahead.
It's a corrupted city. They say it's
Think,
been cursed.
Yeah, I think Shady Creek Run would probably be a better stopping point.
Could they
Just to get us
fly us down?
across the plains.
Well, Duluth is like somewhere in between there. We could.
We can hold our own a little bit, but
Mostly, I was just using Malaismere as a landmark. I just mostly mean to get out of this cold, frigid as fast as possible. So somewhere within the realm of the woods of Malay or the Savalier Wood, somewhere that we could find refuge for a day that is at peace, that the Griffiths could drop us off and we could go from there.
I
Have you visited the Savalier Wood anymore? It's from my
I've heard
experience,
tale of
it's
it.
not much of a place of refuge. It's
I mean,
it's
I'm
a
not
normal
sure of.
woods.
I don't know what you
I
said.
grew up to. It's not a normal woods. I think that whatever it is that happened to Malaismere, it's kind of spread throughout the whole forest. I've never been there, but I grew up just on the south edge of it, and a lot of stories, a lot of tales, a lot of legends. No one goes into Savalier Wood.
Well, we were going to have to pass through it regardless somehow if we're going to go west.
That's why I'm thinking it might be best just to fly down all the way to Shady Creek Run if we can. If I turn to Kipatrix, if you'd be gracious enough to lend us your griffins that long.
I don't know what Charnak will say, but I believe that you can ask him.
Certainly.
And so he calls over some other Aarakocra, and they sort of gather some griffins and lead them over so you guys can ride them across. You obviously Aurelia will cast fly on herself. Morgana, who has never seen the
Is she here with us?
I mean, I guess she wants to go back. Yeah, so she wanted.
like,
Yeah, she wants to see the sunlight. And she will briefly mention, I would love to see the temple again, Wilfred.
Yeah, I would too. I would also like to see my parents.
Yeah. So
Maybe we can swing by on the way down,
Mhm.
take a rest there, and continue on.
that would be lovely. So she remarks on the beauty of the aviary of the Aarakocra, of all the menagerie of different bird-like creatures, that are flying around. you know the ones that are sort of brightly plumed like macaws. Some of that are have the eagle eye and the sort of the beaks of some that are built like ibises. Some that have stork like wings. So they bring some griffins to you. They bring you into sort of the giant hangar bay like thing where they sort of stable the griffins. And you guys get off and you see the big storeroom where once Aris chased a rat.
Yeah.
And you guys sort of arrive at the aviary of the Aarakocra.
How many will we even need? This room is not comfortable, but
I can't fly forever. I don't know how long that room goes.
Sometimes I just want to
the
walk.
room will fly forever.
Sometimes I just want to walk in the bliss of the sun.
Well, I mean, this is a long journey. I mean, if you're gonna walk, you're gonna fall behind. Once we get down to either Shady Creek or Malay or Duluth, we probably would take some horses. That's the
Yeah.
goal.
Yeah, we're just trying to get over.
This cold mountain.
Okay.
Then there'll be so much walking you'll be sick and tired of it.
All
I don't
right.
think I could ever be sick and tired of walking. Done it most of my life.
Yeah, so I don't know if I need a mount. This thing flies, as far as I know, forever.
We probably need at least 3,
We have Chad.
so 2.
Mhm.
Morgana and I can share one probably.
And then Angor and Carrick.
And Aurelia. But she can't fly forever. She can only do it.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what he's saying on the griffin.
Yeah.
That's why I said we need 2 griffins because we have Chad, 2 extra griffins. And we're talking to who? What was his name?
Ekipatrix?
The other one.
The other.
Oh, Karnak?
Yeah,
Sure, Charnak.
Charnak. Now that we're in there trying to find Charnak, wherever he's at, wherever they led us to.
All right, so they lead you in, to sort of the like there is this giant sort of storeroom that's sort of filled with different sorts of provisions. In general, the Aarakocra use sort of baskets more so than so they're sort of covered in sort of grains. I see some that sort of have dead insects inside of them. And different sorts of things. You see, they have these sort of like these very, very, especially compared to Golgothir and to some of the other places, these very, very minimal tunnels. Obviously they tend to fly from place to place, but they have sort of one tunnel that reaches the throne room.
Yeah.
So you guys can. So when you guys arrive there, you can start to speak with Charnak, who's there.
And we'll probably need someone to take the griffins back.
Well, if they're trained well, they may come back.
Charnak.
Welcome back, Chick Thief.
It is good to see you. It is good to see you again, friend.
Good to see you as well.
I don't.
Try to-
We met Ekipatrix here.
Whatever the formal bow was that we
Yeah,
learned
yeah.
when
All right,
we
make a
were
performance
last-
check for me. Yeah, they have this deep sweeping bow.
But first you'll have to unlock your device.
Sorry, they have this deep sweeping bow where they bend almost at the middle.
Blah, 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 blah. 12.
12. Okay, so you do it, but you are a little rusty. So you haven't done it in a while, so you sort of do it, but it's a little bit rusty, and sort of you come back up, and they kind of looks at you a little odd, and then you seem like they know what you're trying to do, but it's also not necessarily impressive. So like okay.
Yes, Tarnak friend, it is good to see you again.
Good to see you as well.
We have spent a few weeks down below, and it has been glorious to see the sun and the beauty of the aviary here again. We are on a, I think now on a quest to go west. And we had asked the Kipatrix here about possibly borrowing a couple griffins to see if they could fly us the beginning ways of a journey. We don't want to take them all the way, but just get over the first hump, maybe make it over the Savalier Wood and down the Shady Creek Run just to get a good start. If that would be something you'd be willing to allow us to do, I'm not sure how long that journey would take, but we would be greatly appreciative if we could borrow a few. I think only 2 griffins as we needed. We have Chad here, and possibly he's a very trusty griffin. I don't know what point he would have staying with us forever and ever, but he could come back, and I think he would be honored to be living here among other griffins, and he would easily be able to lead these other 2 griffins back, I think.
Your request, well,
I'm sure she doesn't want.
somewhat
Yeah. I can give her the sun. Yeah,
audacious. It is not outside of the
she likes birds and she-
realm of what we'd be willing to do for someone who has killed the chick thief that was capturing our young,
Yes.
taking our
Yes.
young. How long will you need the griffins for?
I am not, again, like I have said, I'm not sure how long it would take to fly from this aviary here down to Shady Creek Run, which is, I realistically do not know how far of a journey that is. Maybe a couple days if flight time.
What?
How long do you how long of a journey is it by foot? Because I know that I've made the trip.
Yeah.
Brooklyn before.
Yeah, I would have done it by carriage, so I would have a rough estimate. Well,
Right.
not
Yeah. So you would.
specifically
Yeah,
here,
yeah. You guys would have probably both. So sorry, Wilfred. You would probably have a good estimate on how long it takes to go from Veluth to Uthadern, and Carrick, you have a pretty good idea of how long it would take to go from Shady Creek Run to Uthadern. Let's see if it says.
never done.
Blooming Grove.
The Grove.
Graveyard.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's what it reduces this.
Um,
Does she know the password?
Multiple.
I will say that it will probably take.
Here you go.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna say. I'll say that it takes
If you can
about.
trust this random fan-made map, there is a distance.
Okay, what is the distance?
380 going from Shady Creek Run to Malaya's Smear up to Uthadern.
At
On that.
380 what
Mile.
miles? Okay.
And it's a fan-made map, so I assume it's probably somewhat to scale, but
Okay. So you said 380 from Malaya Smear to Uthadern.
or from Shady Creek Run to Malaya's Smear to Uthadern.
Okay. So
So it's the whole this line.
I will
It's
say
basically
that
a line.
it'll probably take.
I can do it straight.
Let's see. I'm sorry. How far can? Sorry.
What's their fly speed? Probably 50, 60 feet.
Yeah, I believe it's 60 feet.
But the broom's only 50 feet per round, so
Right.
ride the broom. That's our slowest.
Right.
And ride the broom all the way.
Might not be as comfortable as a griffin.
But that doesn't tire out though. So.
But you might.
So
And Griffin's probably won't let you fall if you
okay.
do. Fall asleep on him
I can call the broom to me for call.
So
if you wake up.
I would say so. Okay, so probably you guys can go about 60-ish miles in a day. So I will say it'll take you probably about 2 days to go from the Aviary de Ococra to Veluth, and then probably another 3 days to go from Veluth to Blooming Grove. So probably for 5 from from not to Blooming Grove, from Veluth to Shady Creek Run. It's probably 5 days from the Aviary de Ococra to Shady Creek Run.
And that's from flying.
Flying, yes.
Well, what if we just get out of the mountains and we figure out what we're doing?
Well, it looks like it probably, I mean, it sounds, I mean, Carrick here has gone all the way from Shady Creek Run, and he seems to think it might take 4 to 5 days, probably on the later end, to fly down to Shady Creek Run. But yeah, I mean, I would much rather do that than spend 2 weeks walking down, and I mean, we would be greatly in your debt as well there, Charnak, and
Yeah.
you would have
It looks like-
a wonderful griffin companion to stay with you as well.
Just looking at movement travel rules or I guess guidelines. It says fast. The normal rate is like 300 feet per minute, 24 miles a day.
Right.
30 feet per round. Of course, Griffin can fly 80 feet per round, which would be 60 miles in a day.
I think that's about what I put it at.
Okay.
So that's about 5 days. That's fine. You don't need to be.
Yeah.
super-
So I found that table as well.
I didn't hear what you said.
Yeah, I found that table as well, and I said,
Cool.
I think that's what I
Cool,
said.
cool.
I think I said 60 miles in a day.
Cool.
So, I mean, it is up to you, Charnak. I mean, but again, it would be,
Thinks about it for a second. He says, I think that I can part with 2 griffins, especially with the probability of getting a third for a couple days. I'm a little bit nervous about letting them leave for 10, but I would be open to it.
Well, then, do they know their way back here? Or
If you send a few extras for just to ensure that they come back. Send someone with have someone come with us and ensure that they come back.
It could be
Have an
tricks.
escort.
Yeah. Would you be willing to accompany the Fellowship of Chili Sad? I would, yeah.
that solves it.
All right.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, so I probably took a full day to go from Golgothir to the Aviary de Ococra. So you guys probably need to spend a night here.
Yep.
Yeah, all right. I will read a little bit.
Okay. You can get another 2 hours of reading in.
Not that piano.
Always be reading
Not
ADR.
that one. Oh, fun piano.
How far along are you, Asher?
I'm getting there.
A fun piano.
You were
I'm getting there. I'm a little bit over halfway now.
A
right.
fun piano.
All right.
great.
Well, I think we should start our journey in the morning as soon as we can.
All right.
It's a full day.
And so you guys go to bed in
Go
the
to sleep,
same.
wake up.
Yep. Go to bed in the same room that you guys sort of once again released Rat in, had some adventures,
Fond memories.
Mm. Mm.
Oh, yeah, they're beefy.
All right. And as you wake up the next day, Kiptrix will lead you down if you're willing, to sort of the stable, and he talks with the stable guides and comes back with two griffins. Sort of looks a little bit questions. So again, I assume you guys are going Wilfred, Morgana, Ingvor, and Aurelia, Carrick, and
Yeah.
Kiptrix.
Yep.
And then your thing, you ride in the
Aurelia.
broom. All right.
Vroom.
So as you guys take off, you guys fly up and sort of over. You sort of see the hill where Ramahotep is.
Yep.
And you guys continue to fly down, up and over. You see some giants in the mountains as you're flying over. And you guys continue to fly.
Yep.
Well, glad we're not going through those guys.
Yeah.
The giants,
Yeah.
hill giants.
There were some creatures that were terrifying.
We snuck. They're probably still waiting to ambush us.
Yeah.
We snuck by them.
So you guys continue to fly over. And as you guys are sort of making your way out of the Flatcat Alps, you turn around and you see a large dragon pursuing you.
Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah.
Dungeons this campaign that we.
And so as you start, well, I have to make a perception check.
Oh gosh.
But I guess that's
Haha, I rolled well.
all right. What'd you guys roll?
12.
12.
17.
All right.
And
18.
18. All right. And
Rolled a
Kirk.
13. Nice.
more than 18.
Hold on. Seven.
7. All right. So Wilfred, as you and Morgana sort of turn around, your griffin is in the rear. Morgana sort of gasps, and you sort of look over and you see sort of this large dragon sort of after you guys as you are flying along.
Live, we got company.
And that is where we'll end tonight's session.
I think you
Was
heard
it a gold dragon, bronze dragon?
It's
So-
a dragon.
yeah, no,
But-
yeah. So it is a no. It
It's
is
really far away. It looks really small.
so it is a black dragon that is pursuing you.
Ooh,
Yay! Woo!
we are being pursued.
Good. Maybe I can change patrons to the dragon.
You don't have to give it the dagger or the
He'll
hammer
probably want something.
or the hammer.
Right?
Yeah.
Dragon.
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 Dragon to meet. I'm gonna go see Princess again.